Hello everybody and welcome to this first resource on forms and on active listening. In this class I would like to talk to you about the AABA form, which is a type of song form. We're going to be needing a little bit of history just to get everything in the context. Now, songs or tunes are forms and repertoire that comes from Broadway. In the 20s and 30s in New York, there was a lot of writing being done for Broadway shows. These shows needed to be memorable, needed to be popular, needed to be successful. And composers developed a way to write songs so that the public would be able to memorize the song right away. So they used special devices, compositional devices, so that songs would not be forgotten. Some of these songs became so famous that they became standards. And when we talk about standards in jazz, we're talking about tunes that became themselves more famous than the musical they were first presented in. So to a point that some jazz musicians don't even know where they come from, they just know the tune. Now, songs come in different form, and the most famous and the most employed, the most common form, it's the AABA form. Jazz musicians were looking for easy forms to manipulate. Jazz musicians were the master at complicating things. So by starting with a very, very simple form, that would give them the chance to manipulate the harmony, manipulate the rhythm, and make it a perfect vehicle for improvisation. That's why we need to be very aware with our listening, because when we listen and when we play, things could happen, things that complicate our perception of what a form is. However, if we can stick and we can listen to the specificity of a certain form, that's where that's what I call active listening. It means that we're really listening, and whatever is happening within this frame is not gonna throw us off. What do we expect when we listen to an AABA? We're gonna expect a certain melodic development for a certain time with a given harmonic feel, then the repetition of the same phrase, then we're gonna probably spot something different in the melody and also in the harmony of the B section to then go back to A. The first AABA tune that I would like to listen with you, it's Softly as in the Morning Sunrise. This is a standard that has been played by a lot of musicians, Coltrane. You can find a lot of versions, so go back and listen to other versions. The one that we're listening today is by Hank Jones, great pianist. So let's... Of course, there's always a little bit of an introduction. Very elegant playing here. First A. Second A, the same. And now it's gonna change to the B. It's a great opening. The melody is a little more ornamented. And then A again. Now, what happens after we are done with the theme? This is exactly the point about listening. Once the melody is stated, and so the first development of A, the first exposition of A, B, A is finished, the same length of the song stays and gets repeated. But the melodic material will not be anymore the melody, the written melody, but it would be the solo over the same length. This form that gets repeated is called chorus, and a jazz musician can play a number of chorus. When a jazz musician says, I'm gonna play 3 choruses of improvisation, it means that he's gonna repeat this AABA form for 3 times, but he's gonna keep on improvising on the form. So I'd like to do the same thing on the drums now to leave you an exercise to do. I selected the same song. This is a Sonny Clark trio, the great Philly Joe Jones on drums. He's playing on brushes on this version of Softly. So it's easy to listen to. It's perfect for us to try to do something with it. So my suggestion is, let's try to keep our cymbal beat throughout the first melody, so the first chorus, the first AABA, and maybe try to do like an accent at the beginning of each section of each A, B, and A. Okay, and then for the first chorus of improvisation, we'll do the same. So we'll try to see if we can somehow signal the change of section within the improvisation. Okay, let's try it. There's always a little bit of an introduction here. That's first A, second A. As we said before, the melody stays there. It's the same melody. Something happens here, B. We're going to the last A. Right now, I am listening to what's going on here. There's a stop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second A. So now something is gonna change. Let's see if we can listen to that. So the bass line changed, the harmony changed. It's a real matter of opening up our ears and listen to that, going back to A. One, two, three. And that's actually where I stopped, was after one chorus of improvisation. It was one melody, one chorus of melody, so the head, as we call it in jazz, and then one chorus of improvisation. Okay? Ears don't lie. I've been teaching to also a lot of non-majors, non-music majors, so people that when I was in New York University, so I would teach to a lot of people that were not musically trained, but they would get AABA forms, is because ears are more powerful than what we think, and so being able to listen to AABA is something that with just a little bit of practice can happen. So let's go back and discuss another tune, and then I give you a couple of tunes to try and to listen to and to research and to play with. A little bit of an introduction by the drums. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. First A. Second A. And now we're gonna go to B. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the rhythm section goes to swing. last A. All right? So that explains a little bit the idea of AABA forms. My suggestion is I'll give you a few titles. Well, you needn't. Take the A Train. Misty. These 3 titles, find a few versions of that. Find versions that are sung. Find versions that are modern, contemporary, from the bebop era, from the big band era. So again, Misty. Take the A Train, and Well You Needn't. These 3 tunes are for you to go and experiment. Thanks for listening to this video lesson on forms. I will see you in the blues video just here below. Thank you so much. Keep listening to jazz. To the next one. Ciao, ciao.